Encounter is brought to you by the Broome County Council of Churches, where we connect compassion with needs as we inspire growth with dignity. You'll find us in special places throughout the community. For those who remain hungry, we provide meals. For those who are challenged, we build wheelchair ramps. We comfort those who are ill, minister to those who are confined, and we remain an advocate for change and understanding on behalf of every element of our community. Connect and inspire. Encounter the Broome County Council of Churches.
Hello and welcome to the Encounter program. I'm Reverend Rachel Helgeson, and this is Chris Sablich. He is a member of my church at Northminster Presbyterian Church, and I'm really glad to be able to have Chris here today with you to be able to talk a little bit about what's going on within his own life, but as far as being part of Northminster, but also something that Northminster is bringing to the broader community. Northminster is located, for those of you that may or may not know, in Endwell, New York. All's well that ends well, and is across from main Endwell High School and down the street from Homer Brink and from the middle school. And Northminster is also right on the pinnacle. It used to be a farmhouse and is now sort of in the center of Endwell community. So, Chris, I'm so glad you're here today. Welcome to the Encounter program.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, that's great. So how did you get involved with Northminster to begin with? Like, how did that all come about?
Years ago, me and my wife were looking for a church to grow our family in, and my friend Craig Kunkel invited us over to his church, and here we are 7 years later, or many years later. It's I've been the moderator of our first it was Christian education, and now it's spiritual formation for the past 6 years.
Oh, wow.
I don't do anything halfway. It seems like I jump as soon as I became an elder. I became the moderator of spiritual formation, which it is now.
So Christian education, that's a pretty familiar term, which is, a lot of churches use that, and faith communities use that as a, hey, this is what we're educating people in our community. So what was the switch with Christian education to spiritual formation?
We were, it didn't seem like it encompassed everything, because it's somewhat of a marketing thing, shall I say? Because basically, like, people thought that they had to be an educator to join spiritual formation. I am not an educator at all.
Right.
I learn from other people. So I was like, that doesn't encompass everything that that Christian ed does, because we do a lot of things, and spiritual formation makes more sense because there's no end to the development of somebody's spirituality.
That's true, because it starts at all stages and ages of life, so it's not like you're being pigeonholed in what that could look like. That makes a lot of sense. So how has your family been involved in the congregation? And since it sounds like you're super involved in spiritual formation, and I knew that you've been the moderator for a while, but I had not put together that you were on year 6. I did not put that together at all, Chris. So that is some serious conviction, and it sounds like your friend did a good job bringing you to Northminster by just inviting you. But how is your family? What is their connection with Northminster?
Well, my son, who is now he'll be 11 on the 20th, was baptized in Northminster. Me and my wife, we joined. It's got to be 12, 13 years ago, and I moved my mother-in-law from Wisconsin over to live with me in our house after her spouse died, and invited her over, and she became a pretty significant part because my wife and my mother-in-law, they're very similar people, and they're very, involved in things. They don't like to be in the forefront of stuff, but they certainly are really strong workers, and they do an awful lot and with a heart of gold. So
Yeah, I've noticed that about both Debbie and your mom-in-law, that they don't want a lot of recognition. they don't want to be in the center of attention, but they will get what needs to be done and help in whatever way they can, which is such a gift. And it just goes to show that you don't have to be in the forefront, and you can have all sorts of different gifts to be able to help as you can, and with the gifts that you have. So it's a wonderful thing. So 6 years on spiritual formation, previously Christian education. And I know that there's a program coming up, and I'd love for you to chat a little bit about that. What is this program?
oh, well, let me tell you a little background about how it came about.
Okay.
A gentleman came to the church, and he wanted to start an after-school program for kids because Northminster's positioned in a beautiful position between a bunch of main Endwell schools and Union Endicott. We have a very, very like a big area that we cover almost. I guess that you would say, but that program didn't exactly fit our church, but it seemed like something we wanted to do because we want to be involved with the neighborhoods. We want to be involved with the community. And we really want to be involved with the youth, which is our future, basically. And we started developing this program, and we got a outside help actually to start what's called Agape Kids Club.
Okay. Wait. Agape Kids Club. What does agape mean?
Love.
Love.
Agape's Kids Club. It's basically, this program is for kids 5 to 10. So that means kindergarten through 5th grade. And they will come after school on Wednesdays
Okay.
at between 3:30 and 5 p.m. And it has 4 things that we do every week, which will be homework, Bible study, and snack, and play, which is the most important part, I think, is the play part. Yeah.
Right.
Play is kids' work, right?
It is kids' work.
Kids' work.
Somebody famous said that and coined that.
But it's brilliant because I still want to play. So, and I don't mind doing that work. But the program will start on September 15th of this year.
Okay.
Our first opening theme will be the Water Olympics.
Okay.
So we're going to have fun and games that are they are around doing stuff that's like challenges and events that are like the Olympics, but yet games at the same time.
A good year to think about the Olympics, since the Summer Olympics have just closed up in Tokyo. So
we got a couple tricks up our sleeves as far as like the fun times that we'll have, but we're really looking forward to it. We did hire a director.
okay.
That's Sarah Calderon.
Okay.
She's
Sarah's a long-term member of the church, right? So yeah.
So it's a good fit for her. I think the kids are going to have a lot of fun, and we hope to have a decent sized group to start, and then to grow it eventually, and maybe make it bigger, because we all kids need help with their homework, and they need fellowship with one another, and after school, there's always that lull between 3 and 5 p.m. when nothing's going on, really.
Yeah.
Especially for the young kids. I mean, there's plenty of like other things to do, but we'd rather keep the kids out of trouble. So, yeah.
So if you're just joining us, I'm talking to Chris Sablich. Chris is a member at Northminster Presbyterian Church. He's a long-term elder, which in the Presbyterian tradition means that he's one of the called, installed, and ordained leaders of the church. We have 3 prongs in the Presbyterian denomination, which is pastors are ordained, elders are ordained, and deacons. Deacons are sort of our hands and feet of the church. So Chris is an ordained elder, and he has been serving as the moderator of one of our teams, the spiritual formation team, which was formerly called the Christian education team. But as Chris was explaining a little earlier, that spiritual formation encompasses so much more than just what Christian education does. So it's the name change. And currently we're talking about a new program that Northminster is launching for kids from kindergarten through 5th grade, an after-school program every Wednesday afternoon following the school calendar starting September 15th. That's right, Chris? From 3:30 to 5 p.m. And registration will be open soon on Northminster's website. So tell me a little bit more, Chris. What is, you said the first day is September 15th, and the Water Olympics. So are people going to actually be swimming at the church? I don't think there's a pool at the church, right? So
No. It'll be more of like there's potential to get wet, honestly, but there it'll be like water balloon tosses and unique games around that. Events where kids have the ability to do stuff they probably don't do at home. This can get messy at here, but not super messy. But they get messy, and we'll make sure that they don't get hurt or they stay healthy and keep in line. Still, what I do find is like this is almost like we have done a spiritual formation in the past. We've done Vacation Bible School. We've done the arts and music camp. This is along the same vein of that. So I feel in the future we'll have other like weekly events that change a little bit. Like maybe, we get people in that play instruments to teach kids little things about instruments. I mean, I do magic. I mean, I certainly don't mind stepping in every once in a while and showing a couple tricks or bringing in my friends that do that kind of stuff.
And I know it's really popular with kids to be able to see and learn how to do magic tricks. Like, it's really exciting. And it's usually one of our most, as far as the arts and music camp, it was one of our most popular days when we had the magic day. So yeah,
it's crazy. It's people like to be fooled, and I certainly do like to be fooled, and sometimes I don't even know how I do it. But so I see having a lot of events that are something the kids would like to do and unique, maybe an experience they never would have been able to have in a safe environment.
Yeah. So it sounds like there'll be different. There'll be a big event like the Water Olympics once a month, and every other week there'll be an educational or fun type of experience for them to learn something, whether it's music or magic or maybe some sort of new games or I know the list is sort of endless. I know one of our members has done storytelling. She's a retired English professor, and she loves children's literature and has done that with littler kids. So sounds like there's a lot of possibilities as far as what can happen and what the energy of our new director or coordinator, Sarah Calderon, will have with that too.
Oh yeah, sky's the limit is Um, and once we get rolling, I think it's gonna have a life of its own, and it'll like probably be bigger than we even know, which is a great thing. And I'm hoping that that even if it does start small, that's perfectly fine, because the growing pains are good.
Yeah. So Agape Kids Club, it's open to kids kindergarten through fifth grade. Who is invited to come to this? Like if you're in that age range,
Everybody.
everybody. So anybody that's listening, their kids, their grandkids, their next door neighbor kids, they can come.
Yes. Uh, you don't have to be a member of our church to come. We'd love you to become a member if you choose to, but
That's not the ultimate goal. Yeah.
yeah. So, but anybody can come, and I think the more the merrier.
So so how would they get connected to be able to make sure their kid can come they're if they're a guardian, if they're a grandparent, parent, next door neighbor kid, how would they be able to make sure that they have a spot for Agape Kids Club?
They will be able to register on the Northminster webpage through a digital registry,
Okay.
and that way that we can keep all the information in one spot. I do believe that we are charging a minimal fee,
Okay.
which is $5 for one child, and then up to, we had a limit on the family, like a, a little bit more money for each kid, but there was a cap. So if you had 6 kids, it would, I think, I forgot what the cap was.
It's probably like $3 maybe or $2.
Yeah.
So if a family wants to come but they can't put the finances towards the basic cost of the program, would they not be able to come?
No, we'll find a way.
So there's scholarships and
Scholarships for it. Yes. There's, and we want anybody that wants to come to come. So just let us know, and we'll take care of that.
but the finances that they're covering, what are they covering, Chris, to help?
I believe it's just the snack.
Snacks and supplies and
Supplies, yeah. But that's just the small things. No, I don't think there's no profit involved, that's for sure. So
yeah, just to keep things going. That makes sense. So so you're going to be involved somehow by teaching magic or inviting some of your friends to come do that. Do you know of anyone else that's going to be involved outside of Sarah, or our coordinator that's involved with it too?
You said Judy
Potsunicki. Yep.
going to be involved.
He's our storyteller. Yep.
Storyteller. Who else is going to be involved?
I know that the bishops do brass, and they've offered a one-time time to help if around their schedule. I've heard from another member who helps with making sets around the area for the high school musicals that, depending on scheduling, would like to help and maybe teach kids how to do costumes and sets. Some other folks who've said that they would drop in to teach some arts and crafts. Like one of our members of the spiritual formation team is, she creates all sorts of amazing things that she sells internationally. And I know we have some other artists in our church that have offered to maybe teach some things as well. So sounds like we've got a pretty full roster of different things. And I know some folks who are really into like sports and activities too. So if you don't like one week, the next week is going to be something different and something new to learn.
We were lucky. We have a very robust charter of people with skills and talents and hidden skills and talents that you don't know until find out when
Right.
you join or speak to people and you learn they do this, that, the other thing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. So if you joined us today, this is the Encounter program, and I am Reverend Rachel Helgeson. I've been interviewing Chris Sablich, who you may have seen in other contexts, which I'll let you guess what you might have seen him in the community, unless Chris would like to reveal that himself. But he has been a long time elder, which is one of our leaders of our church at Northminster Presbyterian Church, which is located on the corner of Hooper and Farm to Market Road. 7-Eleven is what we call it, and we're open all the time. And we're across from main Endwell High School and starting a new program called the Agape Kids Club. And you heard Chris talk a little bit. Agape means love, it's the Greek word. There are 3 words for love in Greek, and agape is the love that we all aspire for, that holy love, the love that's unconditional. And so it's going to be the Agape Kids Club. It's open to kids all in the Southern Tier. Whether it's your neighbor's kid, it's your grandkid, your foster kid, your kid that you happen to know that might need to get out of trouble to do something fun. Once a month, there'll be an event. Starting on the first one is on September 15th. Yep. And it's every Wednesday, 3:30 to 5 o'clock in the afternoons. And it will follow school schedule. So if school is closed on a Wednesday, will we have a program, Chris?
We will not.
We will not. And if there's a holiday, will we have a program that day?
We will not.
We will not. So you don't have to worry about figuring that part out. Just follow the school schedule. We'll follow the main Endwell schedule, since that's the school. It's literally across the street from us, but we encompass both the main Endwell and Union Endicott area, part of the Union Endicott area. And we have members who come in from all sorts of places. So it doesn't matter if you come from one of these school districts or not. We would love for you or your little human to come and spend time to grow, to have something to do, maybe to give you some time to be able to do some things too. If you need to go to Weiss, it's down the street, or Wegmans is around the corner. And know that your kid is going to be taken care of and loved for. So one other question, Chris, how do they get their kids to the Agape Kids Club? How is that going to work out?
Well, after school, they'll have to drop them off. I do not think that there won't be any busing to it, but
Okay.
they'll have to drop their children off and they'll have to pick them up. And which will be a check-in, check-out, like most events where you sign your kid in, sign your kid out.
Yep. So safety procedures will be involved. So make sure your kids are safe and where they need to be, and get back to the right person when they need to leave too. So we hope that if you are interested and have someone who's a little person who could be part of this, to join us, you can contact the church at Northminster Presbyterian Church. Check out our website. The registration, I don't think, is up yet, but will be up pretty soon. And you can save your spot. And if you have any other questions, you can always email Chris Sablich through the church email. So you go on the website and just send the email to our office and they'll get it to him, or you can email me and we'll try to answer any question you have. But we're super excited about this new program, and Chris has been pretty instrumental in saying, yeah, let's give this a try. And he actually did call. One part he didn't say, you talked at the beginning about how Craig Kunkel was one of his friends who invited him to the church. We called Craig Kunkel to help envision what this could look like, because Craig's background is in Christian education and developing programs for kids and youth. So he was one of the folks that we actually talked to. He lives in Rochester, but he's still a member at Northminster Presbyterian Church. And we had another friend from Texas and another friend from Illinois. So we've definitely done some research to try to figure this all out. So we hope that you will come that you will share the news with other folks that are listening to this, and know that Agape Kids Club, which is love, will be shared with anyone who comes through the doors at Northminster on Wednesday evenings from 3:30 to 5 starting September 15th, and you can register on our website. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me on the Encounter program. I'm so glad that you're able to share a bit and to also let folks know how your faith has led you into leadership roles, but also has helped you figure out with other people how to be creative and look at the world in a different way to help out the community. So thank you so much. So grateful for you today. And if you're joining us, we're so grateful for you as well, because without you, Encounter program wouldn't be what it is today on WBNG, on our radio stations and our YouTube station through the Broome County Council of Churches. Blessings, and do take care, friends. Bye-bye.
Before we go, here's another look inside the Greater Good Grocery, new to Binghamton's North Side. It's part of the outreach of the Broome County Council of Churches. Our Encounter team visited shortly after the store opened, but we want to catch up with store manager Jack Seaman to see how things are going now.
So the north side of Binghamton for the last about 25 years has been what you'd call a food desert, meaning that there's no access to a grocery store. And we are proud to be standing right now actually in the Greater Good Grocery Store, which is run by the Broome County Council of Churches, and all of the proceeds actually roll right back into the Council of Churches to support its existing programs like CHOW, Faith in Action, jail ministries, and hospital ministries. We are at 435 State Street on the north side of Binghamton in the Canal Plaza housing structure. Our Facebook is just facebook.com/Greater Good Grocery, and that's where you'll find updates of things we have in the store, new items, prices, sales that are going on, and different promotions. So actually our neighbors are Catholic Charities, and actually Binghamton Housing Authority has an office here as well. And our neighbors are absolutely incredible. Right above us we have 48 affordable housing apartments as well. And yeah, we're happy to be in the neighborhood.
We've been talking with store manager Jack Seaman at the Greater Good Grocery at 435 State Street, run by the Broome County Council of Churches. Remember, all the proceeds from the Greater Good Grocery go into Council of Churches ministries and programs throughout our area. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4, closed on Sunday.